I coached Halo Movement to a full class of 20 Spartans live on Twitch and Discord. This is new to me. I've never tried something like this before. It was kind of chaotic, but a ton of fun. I've taken some of my favorite highlights and clipped them together for today's video. First half of this video is live fire. Second half is Solitude. We covered skill jumps, practical movement, even secret movement techniques that pros aren't fully aware of, aren't taken advantage of. Our full conversation was about 2 hours. We covered a ton from beginner to pro level. So if you guys like this video and you want to see more of it, I'm posting a full edited version of this video on my Patreon at the lowest tier. You can access exclusive content on my Patreon, longer form guides, coaching sessions, more ways to level up your game, or just support the channel. If you guys like the channel and you want me to keep grinding, I'd like to keep running these classes and improve them. So if you have feedback, let me know in the comments. And if you want to join one in the future, you can sign up through Clutch Academy. I work with Clutch Academy to put these on. They've got an incredible Discord that you can use to meet other Halo players, play 8s, and level up your game. It's linked in the video description. I'm commentating with Clutch Academy in a 4v4 draft tournament and $400 prize pool this weekend alongside Eli as well. So you can check that out, all in the video description. Otherwise, enjoy.
Are you serious?
I did it.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
did you see that shit? I might never do it again.
Dude.
I don't know. I might never do that again.
What the hell, dude?
Everybody huddle around the campfire. I don't know. Adderall, Loveless, if you guys want. Or you guys are working on it. Honestly, if you have something on the map that you want to work on, then go ahead. You know, like, I'm not going to say that this is like
Right, 100%.
you're forced here. For the key door jump, my strat for this, I jump on the gen and I sit on the right, like this half of it, this right half, if you're looking at my POV. I hold crouch and I jump from a crouch position, and then I jump and release crouch in the air. So I'm in a stand position in the air, and then I land very carefully on the edge of this door frame and then jump again. So it's an actual physical ledge that I'm landing on, and it's about here where I'm shooting. And you want to very gently, like, so hold crouch, jump from a crouch position, release it in the air, and very gently fade forward with the left stick, so you just barely land on it. It's a late fade forward. Like, after my jump, my left stick moves after I've jumped straight up, so I'm fading forward from a vertical position, so I can just barely land on the ledge.
Gotcha.
It's tricky. So right now, you guys are jumping too far. Sonic, you jumped too far. Quantum, that was better. That was closer. Gnarly, just a little bit too far.
So on that diagonal notch, you're aiming for as far right of it as you possibly can.
The diagonal notch. So
yeah, like yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, you
So
can see
you're
me
aiming
standing
at
on
the
it.
right corner of that?
Yeah, right in the corner. I'm actually trying not to touch the wall, too. Like, I'm fading forward and trying to make sure that my feet are the first things that actually make contact with the ledge. And I'm not throwing myself into the wall. I'm trying to avoid throwing myself into that wall and just make it so that my toes just, like, barely land on it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so make sure you're holding crouch, jumping from a crouch position, and then releasing crouch in midair. Holy crap, this looks crazy.
Oh, there you go, Gnarly. That was good. You got the jump.
If you get a feeling on the ledge, and you can just get used to... There it is! Yeah, somebody jumped off the ledge. So you got to get used to knowing how it feels to land on it, and then land on it with confidence, so that you can get the follow-up jump.
And if we break it down one more time, it's land on that corner while you're crouched, right?
No. So release crouch in midair and land on it in a standing position. You want to land on it in a standing position.
Okay.
So the objective is you want as little downward momentum falling onto this ledge as possible. And by jumping from a crouch position, you're getting a short jump. And by extending your legs, you're hitting that ledge early. So you get less downward momentum falling on it. Yeah.
Got it. You jump
Does it matter when you release it?
It doesn't matter when you release crouch as long as it's before you touch the ledge.
Oh,
hey!
let's go!
Is it exotic? How do I say that? First one to hit it. I'd throw a Kit Kat at you if I could do that here. It's an online session.
Good job. There you go.
You get a candy. So back green, of course, you guys should know about this ledge. Very simple. If we're looking for simple, practical stuff, just jump, clamber, make sure you're hitting this consistently. And if you want like a better version of this, learn to skip the clamber. You can jump from here and hold crouch and skip the clamber entirely and land on it. It's pretty tricky, though. It's a very tight crouch jump. But just being able to comfortably clamber that ledge is super important. Speaking of clamber skips, when you're inside green, you should almost never clamber this green out, right? Because you're entering a war zone and you're revealing yourself to a million different angles. So make sure that you walk up the short ramp, jump, hold, crouch, have your gun ready, and imagine a fight. Imagine somebody's A plat. Look at stacks, like, as you come up. Like, Or sorry, sandbags. Look at
Damn.
sandbags as you come up.
That's good. I didn't even know
Skipping
that.
the clamber.
That's good.
I'm diamond 6 and I don't even do that. Holy.
Oh, it is super, super important. You
I
can
can
either
be real
walk
quick.
or sprint up the ramp and then jump
Okay,
towards
I
the
see
top of the
And
ramp
look at
and
where
hold
his
crouch.
feet are at here. So hold on real quick. Should I come back? You
Yeah.
could show them right here. I can show them your feet.
It's so chaotic.
Let me
Yeah.
see them feet.
Look.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. I don't give up free feet, dude. This is extra. You get charged extra for that.
Okay.
Just walk,
We'll get it
jump,
done.
hold crouch. So at the top, at the peak of the ramp, you want to jump, so you're at the highest point from the origin of the jump, and then hold crouch. It's funny watching you guys. Nice. Yeah, so you want to be doing that on command with comfort.
Movement tech with the repulse. If they have questions, of course, like bring them out. But with repulse now, you just grab repulse. What do you think about doing, and what can you do with it? Probably
Yeah.
a good thing.
Most important stuff to know how to do with the repulse is just making sure that the height that you want is like really intentional. Like for example, there's a repulse jump here that Lucid likes to do where he just looks at the floor and repulses and holds crouch and he gets right up to the bridge while skipping it without actually sailing super into the air. Yeah, just look at the floor, repulse from the floor and hold crouch and you can skip the clamber right up to the bridge.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
It's situational. What Bound likes to do and most players like to do when they rotate is the standard 180 like slide repulse, right? So you sprint, you slide, turn around, jump, repulse, and you want the right angle, which is a low enough angle that's going to give you enough height to clear the bridge without clambering it. So make sure you slide first because sliding gives you momentum that you can carry into your repulse jump. So sprint, slide, 180, jump, repulse.
I don't know if y'all have had it to where you've heard people do the repulse jump and they end up being like a whole 10 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Like go ahead and do it the way a typical person would do it and then show them how. I would say maybe not how you should do it. You see how I kind of went all crazy one more time, Shy? I was turning away from you. So like here, that gives you like maybe like 2-3 seconds to shoot somebody out of the air.
Yeah,
But the reason why this is practical is he comes to it, and this is why Lucid does it, because it's probably way more consistent than a rotation jump slide. He literally is ready to fight, and he has cover behind these boxes right away.
The thing about this jump, though, is if you have too much forward momentum, it can kind of lower the peak height of your repulse jump from the floor, and then you might not skip the clamber. It's like a little bit iffy. What you should really be comfortable doing is just comfortable with getting the height that you want for the given situation. So if you jump and you do a late repulse, you're going to get a low height. So like that's still just as effective, if not more so. And then I still come in from a low arcing angle, right? So it's really just about being really comfortable with the exact height that you want in the right situation. Sometimes it's good to go super high with the repulse. It really depends.
You were doing that late or early, Shy?
For which?
To get like short.
Yeah, so you jump and then late repulse for a short height. You can also do like, you don't have to look down super far, and that'll give you a low repulse jump too. But you can jump, look down, and then late repulse for low height. For the highest possible repulse jump, you want to look at the floor and jump repulse together at the exact same time.
Like you said, if you're looking at the ground, it's the highest. If you're looking diagonal, like in between, like a 45-degree angle, you get a little bit lower, you know?
Exactly.
Obviously, it's, so it changes the height too.
A good example of this is being able to comfortably do the repulse jump off the spawn, the new spawn in bottom mid, and do it in such a way that you land exactly how you want to land, you know, without going too high and like banking this or without getting a clamber. Just perfectly getting yourself up there out of a late jump. If you guys see my POV for that.
Yeah, I could see that that bottom mid. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I
like
never
pick it
really
up,
thought about that.
jump, and then like a slightly late repulse so that you get like a nice lineup with it and you land as early as possible, like land cleanly.
Hey Shy, what exactly, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly is that lineup? Because I've always struggled with that jump up specifically, just because I don't quite understand what the exact lineup is supposed to be.
I would say
I
just,
always feel like I hit the top.
Yeah,
I always hit my head on something.
you see this yellow area on the floor?
Yep.
Make sure you're within it. Don't do it from outside of
it's
it.
like exactly
Pretty much.
against the wall.
Yeah, just make sure your like feet are within. You don't have to be against the wall. Just you could be like anywhere in this like middle zone. Just make sure that you're not outside that yellow line area. If that makes sense. You can kind of use that as a
just make sure
visual
you're moving
marker.
forward.
Oh shit, okay. Sorry, pardon my French.
You're good.
I'm still not quite getting the clamber, but we'll
For the record, once you do this, you should be pretty comfortable playing within here. This is a tight spot, and I feel like people can get like pretty antsy playing within here. You should be able to very comfortably jiggle peek, having your reticle placed at the right spots too, right? Like top tower, jiggle peeking that, jiggle peeking out the doorway or out the A plat, and being able to fall off and late jump back up or even clamber yourself back up is this is pretty nerdy. But there are situations where it can make sense to drop down and like reclamber and dodge a nade. And your ability to like just like live in there and be a nuisance in there is huge. And King of the Hill is huge in like certain situations when you're fighting for sniper, you're delaying the team, etc.
That late jump in there was crazy. I think it's worth teaching people how to late jump. Not a lot of people even realize that you can do that.
Yeah.
Like, you can fall off a ledge and still jump.
That mid place is a good one for it. You can also do it on screens. I do this a lot on screens. If somebody's inside A, I'll back up and then late jump. Basically, there's a window of time that you have in the air to perform a jump while falling. And if you can find the jump timing at the latest possible moment in that window, then it's pretty useful.
Shy, you know the box up on sandbags? Not the box, but the cinder block that he's standing on. I've been seeing a lot of high-level players learning to like fall backwards off of that while they're fighting top mid, and then like come back up into the fight immediately without hitting the floor. Like they'll late jump backwards off of it and back up.
Oh, interesting.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, this type of movement, you'll see players like Legend do all the time, right? Like just fast falling off of a ledge, coming right back up. Something that I do to quickly move around these objects is I learn how to short jump too. And this is where, once again, your control scheme is going to play a factor, right? Like I'm doing a short... If you guys watch my POV for a second here, this is some pretty advanced movement. But
step, right? Doing that?
Sorry? No, it's not step jump. No, so I'm holding crouch and jumping from a crouch position while pushing into the wall, and then jumping and releasing crouch in the air. Basically, I'm trying to make it so that my feet perfectly kiss the ledge as early as possible, and then I'm tapping off the moment I hit the ledge. So I'm jumping from a crouch position. What it does is it sets me up for a very fast curb slide out from the ledge. Like something like that.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this is what something like somebody like Legend or Bound will do this. They'll like be taking a fight and they'll be hitting these like short jump lineups and fast falls while they're fighting you as part of their strafe. Makes it super tricky.
Yeah, that looks pretty wild from a third person perspective.
It's very hard to shoot. Yeah.
Hey, Shy, what's another area you think with the repulse is a good? So the bridge one you said is good.
Bottom mid.
Where you go? The bottom mid is good.
And making sure that you're able to get up to the back of tower is a very useful spot for repulse, right? You'll see this with pros all the time. So, like, just here, just back up and then jump repulse and land on the back of tower. Super, super important to be able to comfortably get. If you really want to be precise with your movement, it's not necessary at all, but you can land on the rail, and by landing on the rail, it gives you the opportunity to back right back off without jumping again. So you can drop backwards, and you can also hit a curb slide off of that rail forward if you're a maniac. There might not be a good situation for that, but
yeah, that's like 1% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of player who will do that all the time and then die for it, but you know, that's just me.
Right.
You can go all the way to top mid.
Yeah, it depending on the situation, I think that's a smart play. But I think getting on the lip in general is really good because, like you said, you could just drop off without jumping.
Yeah.
And your jump could kill you if you're up there at top tower and you need to back off right away.
Exactly. It's all about finessing. Yeah, just like being annoying.
Gotcha. What's
Speaking of late jump, by the way, this is a practical use of late jump here, right? Like walking off of tower and then late jumping. Oh, I hit the wall here, so you don't want to do that. Late jumping around and landing on this side if you want to like avoid a nade or get like a nice sight line on somebody, and making sure that you can do it such that you skip the clamber so that you don't end up clambering the other side. Like Shadow almost had it, but he jumped out too far, right? So having the precision to land that properly, and also hitting the front tower jump. The front tower jump is super useful. If you know somebody's in tower above you, instead of going for the generic clamber and giving him your face for free, right? You can do the clamber out the front of the tower, and he might not anticipate that. That might give you a surprise attack, so...
Yeah, that's less likely to happen. Most people don't use that tech ever, and I do it sometimes, and they freak out.
Exactly. Yeah, make sure you're hugging the wall, and you just late jump while hugging the wall forward into a clamber.
That's a good one, though. No, that's actually a very practical one.
Super practical.
Honestly, it's super good.
All right, he's got OS. Okay, so double jumping. Do you guys know how this works, or like have you ever seen it before? This is one.
I have not actually, to be honest.
So I'm skipping my clamber on top of this block. Is one example. There's this one right here, where I jumped up to here. I can also jump to the truck, like that, backwards. Yeah.
The hell?
Or go straight to a clamber, like that. It's useful for S4. Pros do it for S4 all the time. Right here, like that, to the wall.
Man, this game's broken, man.
No,
I'm just kidding.
It's pretty sick. So what's weird about it is this is all through Forge. There, you already hit it, Supersonic. Good shit. Yeah, okay, so it has to do with layering of blockers in Forge, which we can't see. It doesn't really matter. Point is, to know what wall where this works, you have to push into a wall where it works, basically, and jump. And if you get a short hop on your jump, then you know that this technique works.
Give me a second, guys.
If that makes sense. So you have to find So I can tell you the walls where it works, but basically you want to push into the wall and jump, and if you get a short hop, then you're in the right spot. So try it there, and you'll notice that you do like a little baby hop. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're doing that little baby hop, then you found the right spot. And then all you have to do from there is double tap jump like you've already done while holding forward. Something to keep in mind, though, and if you guys like...
to clamber this.
Yeah, you want to clamber
can you
that.
late double?
You can't late skip that clamber. No, but
Yeah,
you're onto
guys.
something with the late double jump, though. You're onto something. Okay, so
That's awesome.
real quick, some ground rules for this, though. So when I push into this wall and I get a short jump, and I'm still holding the wall, and I jump again, see how I got a full jump now? Like I did a short jump, I'm still holding the wall, now I'm doing a full jump. In order to get a short jump every time, you have to get off the wall and then get back on the wall and then press it again. So you have to kind of reset. This is like a setup, let's say. We'll call it like a necessary setup to get the first part of this. So if you want the double jump, you have to push into the wall, double tap jump. But if you want to do that twice in a row, you have to get off the wall, push back into the wall again, and then double tap jump, if that makes sense.
Can you do it while sprinting into a wall?
Yeah, you can do it while sprinting. You can also do it while walking backwards into a wall. You can double tap jump, which is really sick. And if you don't want to all headbutt the same wall, here's a really good
one by
example.
glass?
I can in a second. So if you guys come back to my POV, this one right here, so you can face the wall and double jump to get up here, or you can face backwards, double jump, hold crouch, and not clamber at all, and you could be shooting while you do this.
The whole thing around?
Anywhere, yeah, any part of the silo. The only part that doesn't make sense is the fin, right? Because you're gonna bump your head on the fin. You can't actually clamber the fin part. But any other section of this thing, you can go all the way around.
How do you do the line up for the tower jump right here?
Where I am currently?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one, it needs to be with the white paint on the wall. So if you're watching Legend, I noticed and Renegade was doing this, I think, like in a tournament. He was like pushed into this corner and he was trying to get it and it wasn't working. Right? So the actual area where this works is specifically on the white paint, like this corner. So push into this corner. Yeah, it's like a...
I always do it against the second rail thing.
They removed that, unfortunately.
No, actually, he's right.
Oh my god, they didn't.
There's a spot there. Interesting.
Yeah. I used to be able to do it all the time, but I've been struggling with that a lot lately. That jump right there.
Oh, look, you held onto that too. What the heck?
Yeah, so you got two spots.
You have to back up. You can only try it once.
Yeah, remember you got to back up and reset yourself in between each try if you don't get it that one time. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have two options, and that's good to know because that one's actually tighter to the corner and, might help you out.
Yours is easier, though. Paint.
I've seen Shanzel hit this perfect like every time.
Yeah.
You can also do it here.
Yeah, you do backwards too.
You can also do it here on this corner.
Where you at? Oh, yeah. No, this one's
on
good.
The back
So,
side.
yeah, exactly. And skip your clamber. Yep. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, I like that one. Just another ground rule with this tech, like some important things to know, guys. If you double tap it as quickly as possible, you're going to get a double jump and you're going to get some height, and that height is useful if you tap it as quickly as possible. But you don't have to. Like, after the first jump, the short hop, you actually have a window of time where you can input a second jump. And if you can wait as late as possible to input that second jump at the peak of that short hop, if that makes sense, then your second jump is going to be higher and you're going to go even farther with it, which is useful in specific situations. So I'll give you an example.
Jump. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's a risk, though, right?
It's well, it takes more time to line up,
Maybe,
I guess. But the beauty
If
of it
it's
is
too late, you won't get it.
if it's too late, you're right. If it's too late, then you won't get the second jump. But if you can learn how to perfectly play within the window, once again, if you guys want to watch my POV and stop what you're doing, if you can learn how to perfectly play within this window, then you can actually skip your clamber
What the fuck is
like that while moving up to here.
Excuse my language, but dude, these are like crazy. Like, I never thought that would be there.
Yeah,
dude.
so like
That's
I could be
crazy.
down here and I
What?
could like ego chow skip my clamber
I can't
too.
believe you can do that.
Yeah.
That's like frame perfect.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it. Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
I'm a nerd. If you haven't figured that out already.
All right, here's that. Go ahead.
I don't know if you showed them already, but I saw you were messing with the silo jump earlier. You can jump off that second jump from the silo straight up to the ledge, top mid on camo.
All the
You
time.
can do the double jump.
I do it all the time.
That
Yeah.
one's amazing.
I
That
do
was
it with
really
the
good.
camo. So what I do is I grab camo and then I drop down bottom mid, and then once the camo is applied, I do that and I'm right back in, and I just sit in the corner like that, and just make my
Yes.
sneaky play. Yeah, so something else to know about this. Sorry, one more time. So you have a window of time that you can work within. If you jump as late as possible in that window, you're going to get the highest second jump. But if you're too late, you're going to get no jump. So you got to find that window and practice it. The second thing to keep in mind is that for the short hop, you have to hold into the wall for the short hop to work. But once you've executed the short hop, you no longer have to hold into the wall for the second jump. So your second jump can be super far from the wall, if that makes sense. So like, hold into the wall for jump 1, and during that window of time where you can execute jump 2, take your stick and go the exact opposite direction, and you can full jump the opposite direction with your second jump.
Yeah.
So you have a ton of flexibility there with that second jump during that time that you're like, you know, in the air, timing it. Yeah, so it's really sick.
So can you go from the truck one to up to dip without clambering? Based on what you just...
The truck one up to like here?
I've seen people go off, yeah, like they get really high off this one and then they make it up to here. Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
Oh.
A trickier one is this one from this side here.
That's amazing.
Like that.
Wait, where?
What the hell's going on here? Dude, this game's broken.
Like that.
Sorry. Do that from third person? Oh my god, what in the world?
The hell?
What? What in the world, dude?
No, that's cool.
Yeah. You got to feel it out and find the place where
Are you
can short hop.
crouching?
At the end, after the second jump, I crouch, yeah. I sprint also to like help guarantee it. So if we're doing this one, I'm going to sprint into this wall, jump, and then second jump and hold crouch with the second jump. To
Just
barely
get your
make
feet
it.
over.
Yeah, there are not too many situations where I'm actually like genuinely going to try to do that. Instead, I go for this one because it's way more consistent and easy.
Gotcha. Is there a Legend C4 asks, is there a jump from the U-turn box to top middle? He swears he's seen someone hit it without a repulse before.
Yeah. Hey, jump on the light. Or silo jump up, right?
Like that?
Or what?
So there's a ledge here, and you can do that.
What the hell? Go again? What?
You can't
Mind
jump
blown.
from this to top mid, not that I'm aware of. But it's possible to
climber,
jump.
right?
It's possible to jump from here to top mid, but it's really hard.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
I did it!
Oh my
Oh, did you see that
What
shit?
in
I might
the
never do it
world,
again.
dude?
I don't know. I might never do that again.
What the hell, dude?
I did that
got
perfectly.
third person.
That was fucking
shit looked
sick.
crazy, dude.
That was
Fucking-
sick.
Oh my
I might.
god.
I'm just gonna
What the
make it look
fuck?
like I do it 50% of the
It's
time.
just
and never
fucking
even attempt it.
freestyling right now.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the ledge jump that you're probably gonna show us right now.
Killer bean.
Are
Thank
wall
you.
skips ever practical? Except for running
Wall
the
kicks?
flag?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, sometimes. There's a couple. I did a wall kick against Monster the other day, and he was playing with Frosty, and he's like, "What the fuck did Shy just do?" I saw it on Frosty's stream. It was sick. I did a wall kick here, and I do it as part of my. So okay, this is an opening strat that I do. Here, watch my POV, guys. So if I start on the side of the map, I will wall kick jump like that, and then I will wall kick. Oh, I fucked it up. And then I wall kick this one too,
Dude, this
Like
is
that.
ridiculous. What in the world, dude?
and flank U-turn, and that's how I get the camo.
Golly, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do that again, Shy? I'm gonna go in third person. That's out of hand. That's crazy weird.
So this is one of the most useful spots in the map to know how to do it, like that.
Fuck.
Wall kick again, and then I skip. I skipped his shock off the second.
Hey,
kick.
dude, and then you can play top mid with that crazy
You can
3-point
wall
jump.
kick this as well, and you
I
can
gotta
wall
see that. How do
kick
you do that again? That one
this
again?
as well.
Should I do that? Yeah. Oh, that was crazy. I
Actually,
already
pulling
got
this
third.
this jump off is insane. Good luck with this one.
Yeah, and then like getting a clip or
So,
like a double
so the way
or
that I do
something.
this is I push myself into this wall, so I'm like kind of at a high point here, and I sprint off, jump, hold, crouch, and I try to perfectly line up my heels with this part of the black. It's a tiny spot.
I'm gonna try it.
Your button mapping is a big part of your like potential ceiling as a jumper, if that makes sense. So like if you're taking your thumb off the right stick to crouch, or taking it off to jump, then you're putting yourself at a disservice like from the get-go. And in the long term, you're gonna want to find a way to fix that, like change that in some way for jump and crouch.
So a new controller will be enabled for me.
Well, maybe just switch to bumper jumper if you're open to that, or hell jumper, because you get some of the convenience, but there might be some other limitations. I have a wacky setup. So I have 2 crouch buttons. I have my left stick click for my bumper jumper, like for crouch, but I only use left stick click for slide. And I have a paddle under my left ring finger for my crouch. So I actually slide with one button and I crouch with the other. And
What?
yeah. So what that lets me do, because if you left stick click to crouch and you're strafing at full speed, notice how your left stick click kind of impacts your strafe speed and like your flexibility because you're holding down the left stick and you're trying to like move left, right at the same time. If you ever get that feeling. On top of the fact that pushing the left stick kind of like taxes your left hand, like it hurts your left hand a bit to push left stick all the time.
That's
so
why I switched my crouch to my back button.
Exactly.
That's the way to go. That's the way.
But left stick click is an excellent way to curb slide because the timing on left stick click for curb slide, for whatever reason, for me feels super like consistent. So I curb slide only and I slide only with left stick click, but I have a paddle button for my crouch, so I get full speed strafe while I'm crouching, and so I can hit short hops on a dime without having to like hurt my hand or press the left stick too much, right? So I'm like splitting the actions so that I can do more effortlessly, basically. So there's a lot of depth that we can go into with this, but it's part of the reason why I'm moving around the way I am.